Do you need illustrations in your book? Do you need imagery in your book to explain what you mean? You've probably heard the phrase, a picture paints 1,000 words, and that's true in books just as much as anywhere else where that idea crops up. So what happens when you do need images in your book? How do you handle that? What's the best way to go about it? I suggest that as you're doing your book outline, you also have a think about what images you're going to need and make a list of those images. So in chapter 1, I'm going to need 3 pictures and here's what they are. In chapter 2, when I'm explaining about this point, I'm going to need a couple of pictures. I'm going to need some data charts, and that's how you work through the book. Come through and work out the whole list. This gives you an idea of how many images you might need. You might find that there's going to be too many images or too few to not really make it worth it. That's a decision for you to make. But if your book is absolutely riddled with images, then you're going to have to source them from somewhere, and that's important that you plan for that in advance. Designers often have a lead time when it comes to doing illustration work. They've already got a client base that's giving them things to do. If you turn up saying, oh, I need 60 images by Tuesday, how you fixed? The chances are they're probably going to say no. So it makes sense to plan out in advance what images you need. As well as identifying the precise images that you think you'll need, it's a good idea to brief the designer on your concept for each one that you want doing. I've spoken in another video about covers where you provide a concept example of what you'd like the designer to create, and then you let them know about fonts and imagery, colours. Is it black and white? Is it clip art? Is it a chart? Give them information about how you expect this thing to be presented. I recommend that you don't pay for the illustration work to be done until you've had the first draft reviewed, because if the readers that are reviewing the books find a section is a bit boring, you might need to take it out altogether. Perhaps it's too advanced for them. You might need to take a whole chapter out. So you don't want to be paying for images that you're not going to use in the final book. So I would recommend that you just wait till final draft stage and then put in the images. Just put in a placeholder saying, in here I'm going to have a pie chart explaining a particular trend or something like that. That's fine. Keep the draft images in because it helps you stay focused. When you're explaining, you can imagine in your mind's eye how that image is going to look, and then that will help you elaborate on the image. We still need to explain what's in an image, even if it is painting 1,000 words. We need to put it in context and explain why we've put the image in there. And it just helps you when you've got the placeholders. It's a bit too much to imagine otherwise if you just put a little bit of text saying I'm going to add an image of an engine in here. It just helps to have a draft image to talk about. So that's how you can plan the images in your book. I'll see you on another video. If you'd like to find out more about how I can help you, visit letstellyourstory.com, where there's more videos, hints, tips and training for you. Bye for now.